Going, guys? Welcome back to Basketball Down Under. Today we have a very interesting topic to talk about: why the NBA Summer League is useless. So I'll start you off with the question: is NBA Summer League any good? Is it helpful to the players? Let's look at it like this. Certain players with big names can thrive in the NBA Summer League. I called it Mac McClung's going to be the biggest steal of the draft. He performed in Summer League and it helped him sign a contract with the LA Lakers. All these young top rookies coming into the NBA, it's really good. It proves themselves for the team to show that they can perform at a higher level than college or wherever they were playing previously. If we look at players like LiAngelo Ball, a really big name in the NBA Summer League, it puts them on the stage to perform and show what they have and what they can bring to an NBA team. But let's look at the contrary. The older players, the guys that are above 26, the older generation of players that have been playing pro, overseas, Europe, Australia, Asia, wherever they've been playing, let's look at them. Does it really help? Now, there's a guy that played in the NBL last season named Vic Law. He was one of the best players for the Brisbane Bullets. He was one of the best players in the NBL. He signed with the Los Angeles Lakers Summer League team. He absolutely balled out. He averaged the third most points per game at 10 points per game, the most rebounds per game at 7 rebounds a game, and was second with average minutes per game at 22.7 minutes per game. He shot 39.5% from the field and shot 30% from 3. He was clearly one of the best, if not the best player for the Lakers in their Summer League campaign. Now, why am I bringing up this player? What is the correlation between what he's done? Well, Vic Law, as I said to you before, absolutely dominated in the NBL and was an absolute bucket, one of the best players in the league. He went over to the Summer League and performed and played well in front of all the coaches. But where's he ended up for this season? The Perth Wildcats. Now, what's actually happened? Vic Law has gone, he's performed, he's showed what he can do, what he can bring to an NBA team, and he's ended up back in the same position as he was before he even left to go to the US. The only difference now, he's in a 2-week quarantine. So what I'm saying is, he actually hasn't gained anything from going to an NBA Summer League team. Now, I heard from a few sources that he was offered a couple 10-day contracts and stuff like that, but that's not really what he wants. He's an older guy, he's not 20 years old, he's not trying to fight his spot every single game. He needs an established position to prove himself that he can play night to night. So what he ended up choosing was going to the Perth Wildcats. Now, I'm sure he's probably earning a bit more money than he did at the Brisbane Bullets, maybe about 10k or so, but not any serious money like he would be earning if he was in the NBA. So what I'm saying is, he didn't have much of a presence coming into the NBA Summer League. He was just another overseas pro for coaches to look at. He performed, he had some really decent games and really showed what he could do, and he's ended up in the same position. Which brings me to question you and all NBA scouts out there: is the Summer League any good? If we look at the Orlando Magic, Giannis Timmer, a 29-year-old last pick in a draft a few years back, he was in the NBA Summer League. Now, this guy, he ain't anything special. He's got funky blonde hair, but he really wasn't that special to his team. He had a few nice blocks, a few nice threes, and played okay over the Summer League. But this guy just brought a name because he looked kind of funny. He got attention because he had funny blonde hair. Now, what's that going to do? That's drawn more attention for him to show out, and people were watching him more. Therefore, scouts are more likely to pick someone like him who didn't play as well compared to someone like Vic Law. So overall, what I'm saying here is the NBA Summer League is actually useless. It's good for those players that already have a name or that have just been drafted and need to try and show that they can really go at that next level. But if you're an established player that's not previously been in the NBA, the NBA Summer League's a waste of time because no one's really watching. It's kind of like junior basketball. You're always trying to prove to your coaches, I'm the best player on the court, but they're not watching. It's the same thing in the NBA at the highest standard. Nobody's watching these guys that are actually better than some of the young guys playing in the NBA. Now, I know you might be saying that they've got more upsides because they're young, they can improve more. Yes and no. I'm telling you, if some of these veterans get proper NBA coaching day to day and get an actual contract, they would be much better players than some of these young guys. Vic Law, prime example, he showed that he can perform at that next level, and he's not getting an NBA contract. Now, I know it sounds like I'm on Vic Law's rim and just on his bandwagon, but that's not the case. I actually didn't like him too much when he was in the NBL, but he's just showing that he can perform on a world-class stage, and NBA Summer League just does not show that. To get an invite to play at the Summer League is a big deal, but nobody's even watching you, and I just think that's not fair. There's a similar story from an NBL player from a few years back, Mitch Creek. He performed really well, but his team made it to the finals, so he was in the spotlight, which ended up getting him in a couple contracts that he ended up playing in a few NBA teams. So in other words, for you to actually get recognized in Summer League, you need to do something crazy. Like if I was an NBA player, I'd dye my hair pink to draw some crazy attention. The that the coach will actually be watching me. Pair that pink hair with winning the Summer League finals, you're going to get yourself on an NBA roster. You might not even be able to make a layup, but if you look funky and draw attention, you're actually going to make an NBA roster. It's crazy to think that even from juniors to the highest level of NBA, it's all about standing out, and sometimes it's not even about your skill level. Personally, I see it's really unfair because these pro guys, they don't have as long as they do as the 20-year-old rookies coming into the NBA, but they can perform and produce for an NBA roster to show what they can do. So I think that teams that are looking to win an NBA championship need to start looking away from the rookies and the young players, but look at the established veterans in the top leagues around the world, like the Euro League, the NBL potentially, or the top Chinese leagues. There are some decent players that could really add to your lineup. Jimmer Fredette, one of the biggest names in NBA history, he's just been on the wrong team. If you put him on the top NBA team, put him in for a max of 6 minutes a game, just at the goal to hit 2 or 3 threes a game, I can guarantee you he's going to add that to your roster. NBA scouts need to readjust, and Big Brain BD knows what's up, and it really should be implemented into their scouting system. So overall, NBA scouts, you need to change your motto. Start looking at everyone on the court, not just the 3 specific names. They're obviously in the NBA Summer League for a reason, so give them a shot to get themselves a full NBA contract. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, share this with your friends, and I'll catch you later.